A very good afternoon to everyone. I'm NG BOON PU. Today, I'm here to present my project titled Gurma-Fight, a digital strategy card game with mental arithmetic. So the supervisor in charge of this project is Dr. Jason. So I start with the introduction. Educational game is a game with educational purpose. So player will learn something when they're playing the games. And it actually increases the learning outcome than the traditional teaching. You can see that the player will be more focused compared when they're reading the books. And you can see that most of the children and young adults nowadays are playing video games without educational benefit on their free times. And most of the games do not incorporate the educational element as part of the game mechanism. For example, like the PUBG, Mobile Legends, most of them are less educational purpose. And most of the educational games are catered to children and teenagers and have a simple design which are not favored by other audience. So you can see that most of the players of the educational game are children and young adults. So in order to solve this problem, I have proposed a solution which is combining the mental arithmetic element and the strategic card game element. So the objective of this project is to create an educational game that combines the strategic card game element and mental arithmetic. Second is to infuse mental arithmetic element into the game in a subtle yet engaging way, so that players would not feel boring when playing the games. And third is to design or model the overall game with an older audience in mind. This is to increase the number of older audience in the educational games. So next, I will introduce the game mechanism of this project. At the start of a game, player will need to choose 3 guardians for battle. So there are a total of 8 guardians that can be chosen by player. When a turn begins, each player will get 3 cards. For the following turn, they will get 1 card and 1 mana. The maximum card they can get in hand will be 6. And for each turn, they will divide it into 2 stages. First will be the prepare stage, and the second one will be the attack stage. In the prepare stage, player will need to choose their guardian to fight against opponent guardian. So they can click on the rotate button and select the guardian. After that, they will need to lock on the guardian. During the attack stage, player can either casting a spell or end with attacking. So when they need to cast a spell, they will just need to drag the card into the middle of the screen. If they want to perform attack, they just need to click on the attack button. So either attacking or casting, they will need to answer the mental arithmetic question. So the time given will be 5 seconds. So player will need to answer it within this 5 seconds. If they didn't answer it within this 5 seconds or answer it wrongly, they will have 50% chance to miss the attack or fail to cast spell. So when one of the player guardians dead, the game will be end. Gurma-Fight has 4 types of modules. Gurma-Fight has 4 types of modules. So the first module will be the multiplayer module. The multiplayer module will connect the player into a game. And second one will be the user interface. Third will be the game mechanism, the most important part in the project. And the fourth one will be the game object. Under the game mechanism module, there are four sub-modules. First will be the mental arithmetic module that control the mental arithmetic question. Second one will be the card action. Third will be turn-based. And the fourth one will be the monster action. So next, I will explain the architecture of Gurma-Fight. In Gurma-Fight, the architecture are divided into three layers. First will be the application layer, which the action that can be controlled by players. Second one will be the Unity engine. It will handle all the automatically event of the game mechanism. And third one will be the photon networking. It will handle the matchmaking and also the event handling. So basically is when the player do an action, it will send into the Unity engine, and the Unity engine will pass the event through the photon networking to the opponent players. Then the opponent players will receive the same event. So next will be the benefit of this game. So the first benefit of this game is to improve mental arithmetic skill. So in this game, the damage of the guardian will based on the correctness of the players. So player would want to answer it correctly in order to win the game. Second will be improving the logical thinking skill. You can see there are different combination of cards and guardians. So player can strategize their cards use in the game, and they will need to think a way of how to win the game. Third will be boost memory skill. You can see that there is a fixed number of cards in the game. So player can think what card that been used by the opponent and do the action based on that. Fourth will be the help with concentration and patience. So you can see that most of the strategy games, you need to think carefully before you do an action. So it actually trains up the concentration and the patience of the players. The last one will be relaxing. So player will feel relaxed when they're playing the games. Now I will do the project demo of the game. First, you will need to type your name before you start the game. After you type your name, you can press on the confirm button to join a room. While waiting the player to joining, you can check on the instruction to play the game. Then you can press the start button to start the game. So at the start of the game, you will need to choose three of the guardian. Okay, then you click on the confirm button. So you can see that it shows the stage of the game. If the boss stage is red color, means that the current turn is the enemy turn. And you also can check on the card of the enemy players. So now is the enemy turn to answer the question. So you can see that it will show the history of the card being used. So now it's my turn. After I choose the card, then I press on the attack button. So when one of the monsters dies, the game ends, and you will announce the winner of the game. So that's all from my presentation. Thanks for watching.